So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Washington Redskins. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On second down, Freeman able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. On second and 12, Bridgewater. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Now Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Freeman a first down and more. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run in the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On 2nd down now. It's Freeman. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They go play action here on first down. Montez Sweat leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Bridgewater. That's complete to Jake Butt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at about the 28. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's Haskins to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Now on 2nd and 13, Bridgewater. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
22's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Begin. Let's go.
Now it's the backup Smith. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Smith to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
47 to Mike, boy. 47.
Smith now throwing again. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Yeah, he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Montez Sweat.
That is where to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, here's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And it was into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. On third down, Richard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That's taken at around the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
Yeah, he'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. First down, Bridgewater. He's got his man. This is Jackson. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out to the left, it's complete to Jackson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's found Jackson again, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board in the fourth half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
We got this.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike's 47. Rip left.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about putting a team on their back, I'm catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. That went into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, person might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey,
okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of putting...
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, Mike 47, check Mike 47.
Again, it's Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 22 is coming, 22's coming, Mike. No game, defense, no game. Hey,
Haskins on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Here's Haskins to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 31, Bridgewater. And the catch made by Johnson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Bridgewater. That's complete to Jake Butt. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. The Broncos on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
So out now come the Redskins. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up.
2nd and 10 now, Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the ground, Richard. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stopped him behind the line again. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They run it with Janovich, the fullback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So, part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Here we go.
And here come the Redskins now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Richard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Henry Anderson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. 2nd down and goal. Haskins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us, all these games.